Kelechi, please don't go. I will miss you.
Don't worry, princess. I will be back soon.
I will be waiting.
In my village, we believed love was not owned by the heart alone. It belonged to the land. The village was called Umu-Oka, a place of red earth and slow mornings, where the hills rose like sleeping guardians, and the forest breathed patiently at our borders. People said Umu-Oka had a memory, that it remembered every footstep, every promise, every betrayal. That was why love there was never simple. I was born during the Harmattan season, when dust from faraway places softens the sky and makes even familiar faces look distant. My grandmother said children born then grow up loving deeply, but never easily. She was right. The girl who listened. My name is Amara. From childhood, I listened more than I spoke. I listened to the way the wind shifted moods, to the quiet arguments between birds at dawn, to the silences people carried when words failed them. The elders said I was observant. My grandmother said I was chosen. She hears what others ignore, she told my mother. That kind of child must be guided carefully. Love will test her. I didn't understand what she meant until I met Kelechi, the boy who carried fire. Kelechi returned to Umu-Oka the season the rains arrived early. He had left years before, still half a boy, to learn a trade beyond the hills. When he came back, he walked differently, like someone who had seen many roads but chosen one. The village noticed him immediately. Some admired him. Some envied him. Some watched him carefully, the way people do when they sense change. I noticed him because the land did. The day he arrived, the wind shifted direction. The trees leaned slightly inward, as though curious. And when our eyes met for the first time at the stream, something old and unfamiliar stirred in my chest. Neither of us spoke. We didn't need to. A love that grew quietly. Our love did not announce itself. It grew in shared glances, in paths crossed too often to be coincidence, in conversations that began with ordinary words and ended in long silences that felt complete. Kelechi spoke of the world beyond Umu-Oka, of wide rivers, loud markets, and people who never stayed long enough to be remembered. I thought I wanted that life, he told me one evening as we sat beneath the udala tree. But the farther I went, the heavier my chest became. It was as if something here was calling me back. I knew what he meant. Umu-Oka had a way of calling its own. When he held my hand for the first time, the ground beneath us felt warm, alive. I pulled away instinctively, startled. "What's wrong?" he asked. I shook my head. "Nothing. I just felt something." He smiled softly. So did I. The village begins to murmur. Love rarely escapes notice for long. People began to whisper. "He is ambitious," they said. "She is too quiet. He will leave again. She will be left behind." My grandmother watched us closely, her eyes unreadable. One night as she braided my hair, she spoke carefully. "Love in Umu-Oka is never only between two people," she said. "The land must accept it." "What does that mean?" I asked. She paused. "It means some unions awaken memories, and memories demand honesty." I did not sleep well that night. When the land withdrew, trouble came quietly, as it always does. Crops began to fail in small ways. Not completely, just enough to worry people. The stream I fetched water from each morning ran slower, as if tired. The elders gathered more often. "The land is unsettled," they said. "A balance is shifting. A promise is being tested." Some eyes turned toward us. It was subtle at first, then it wasn't. "Love can disturb, old thing," someone muttered, "especially when it grows too fast." Kelechi noticed it too. "They're afraid," he said. "But of what?" I didn't answer. Deep down, I already knew. The truth. My grandmother kept on the night of the full moon. My grandmother finally told me the truth. Long before we were born, Umu-Oka had nearly been abandoned during a great famine. The founders begged the land to let them stay. In return, they promised that no love would place desire above duty, that no union would pull someone away from the village's care. "Your mother loved deeply," my grandmother said, "but she chose the land over her heart." I felt a cold weight settle inside me. "And me?" I asked. She looked at me sadly. "You have fallen in love with someone whose spirit walks between staying and leaving." That night the land listened closely. Love at the crossroads. Kelechi stood at the edge of the village before dawn, preparing to leave again. Word had come of opportunity beyond the hills. Work, success, a future that called loudly. "I want you to come with me," he said, his voice raw, "but I won't force you to choose." I felt the land beneath my feet, steady, ancient, waiting. If I left, the village would suffer. If I stayed, love would ache. The wind rose gently, brushing my face like a question. "I love you," I said. He closed his eyes. "I know." That was when I understood. Love was not asking me to leave or stay. It was asking me to stand honestly. The choice that healed at sunrise, the elders gathered. I spoke before fear could silence me. "Our love is not a theft," I said. "It is an offering, but it cannot survive on denial." Kelechi stepped forward. "I will go," he said, "but I will return. Not because I must, but because I choose to." The land trembled slightly, not in anger, but release. The stream flowed stronger that day, what love became. Kelechi left, and the village healed. Seasons passed. Then one day, as promised, he returned. Not restless, not divided. This time the land welcomed him. We married beneath the Udala tree, the wind gentle, the earth warm. Love did not pull us away from Umu-Oka. It rooted us deeper. And the elders say this now: love that listens will never destroy what holds it. So if you ever love deeply, listen carefully. Some loves are chosen by the heart, others are approved by the land. The strongest ones honor both.